Good morning, Wall Street family. When Debbie approached me with this opportunity to share the impact Wall Street had on my life, I knew I could do this because the impact for me is clear and epic. Before Wall Street, I grew up attending Catholic schools and Mass. I felt I was close to God, so much so that you might not believe this, but I considered being a nun or a religion teacher. But I struggled with the church's emphasis on their pathway to God. So for a period of my adult life, I fell away, attending church only on holidays. Then thank goodness, John Dickey came along. John had been a lifetime Wall Streeter, and I saw that he was deeply connected to this church. So when the time came, it made sense to baptize our children here. And I soon appreciated the way the pastor and others had guided me rather than steered me. I felt comfortable and empowered, like I was making a path to God with others, rather than that path being made for me by others. Then there was the genuine warmth and interest exhibited toward my family. Too many to name here, but I'll give you a few examples. Grandma Nancy Kraft, known to us as Grandma because she promised John's mom to take on that role. And she gets an A++. Nancy never missed a chance to convince my children or other children in this congregation that they hung the moon. And there was Becky and Eric, who gave up weekends to provide a safe, fun, religious experience via their kids' club. As the girls got older, their youth leader, Jeremy Anderson, provided a space for my girls to question religious ideas. He would debate with them, but he always honored their space to approach religion their way. And his openness often led to extended discussions at home. So like me, Hamilton and Hazel began to see a way of wandering the path with others. And I have no doubt my girls are who they are, in large part because of the Wall Streeters they have walked their path with. I know firsthand that Wall Streeters are good at nudging. As my girls got older, I felt I was in a constant state of exhaustion, so I opted to let Sunday services go, until a book reading class drew me back in. At the end, one participant, Donna Upton, invited me to transition into her Sunday school class. Instead, I opted the occasional Sunday service, after which I could skedaddle right out. But Donna wasn't having it. She would literally chase me down while strongly encouraging me to join her Sunday school class. She told me she really wanted me to be there, that I would enjoy it, and I just needed to come. After weeks and weeks of her chasing me down, I felt there had to be a reason, so I decided at least to try it. The next thing I knew, I was not only regularly attending Sunday service, but Sunday school, and I was nudged into being a part of a small group running a weekly Bible study at Jeffersonville's homeless shelter. Talk about life-changing. I was lovingly nudged into many other opportunities, and now here I am in a leadership role, heading up the Ministries Council, nudging others. I'm so grateful for the persistent nudgers. Because of them, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I have positively and significantly impacted lives. Those nudges were the jump starts, and behind each one was a person from this church that saw potential in me. I believe this church and its people are unique in the degree to which it reflects God's love to others, and I pray that it will be reflecting God's love for many years to come. Debbie and I are sharing our stories now because it's time to celebrate stewardship, and within that, determine our individual giving amounts. While considering this, it's important to reflect on how the church has specifically impacted you, or how you think it might impact you going forward, and to consider what it takes beyond nudging to make those things possible. For example, it takes having access to meaningful worship services and spiritual music, opportunities for Sunday school classes, a communication and tech team that keeps us informed and connects us, and a comfortable space where we can plan, work, and meet around experiences that will impact ourselves and others. And I left this one out, fellowship opportunities that requires a kitchen with viable appliances. Now, these impactful experiences require a whole lot of doing, but they also require that our church's financial well-being. As you know, this past year's financial stability wobbled, and some of the board remedies we used to stabilize matters won't be available this year. Our hope is that through our stories and your reflections, you'll be willing to increase your giving. If so, how far will you nudge yourself? $5 or $10 a month, or $5 or $10 a week? And while nudging yourself, something else to consider is making your contribution as reliable and consistent as possible. One way to do that is to use the direct deposit method of giving. Take it from John and me. It's easy and convenient, and it has bolstered the consistency of our weekly contributions. You all, we're a generous people, and we are an ambitious people. But in order to achieve those ambitions, we have to meet the financial cost of doing so. Our gifts together will continue to allow Wall Street United Methodist Church to make big dreams in God's name come true. My mom often had a phrase she used, which applies well to Wall Street. It doesn't get any better than this. So please join me in making our contributions reflect that. Thank you.